What is up guys, and welcome back to another New World video. So this will be part of a mini-series that I'm currently doing, and I guess this is the first video on that series as well, where I basically want to show you guys how to do different things in the game itself prior to the game coming out. This will be based on my own experiences within the New World beta, or New World closed beta, where I focused on trying to learn as much about the game as possible, and play every aspect of the game that is possible. So today we're taking a look at gathering resources, or more specifically, how to find resources in a New World. New World has a gathering profession system that many of you guys will be familiar with, but the tracking system is quite different to other MMORPGs, at least for now, and to be honest, I hope it stays that way as well, because the way of tracking resources really adds to the open world experience. So first of all, because this is my first video on professions, I will quickly mention how to actually gather this stuff. So craft tools. No really, that's it. If you want to level up your tracking and skinning, craft a skinning knife. If you want to skill up your logging, craft an axe to chop down trees with. And if you want to work on your mining skill, craft yourself a pickaxe. You will also need to maintain your tools, which means you will need to repair them every now and then, and based on how much you use them. Repairing your tools is done very easily via your inventory. Okay, so with that done, you will want to go out and look for things to gather. If you are coming to New World from a different MMORPG like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy, or even Arcane, you are probably used to being able to track things on the minimap, and tracking it from a pretty far distance. You are probably also used to everything being found everywhere in each zone, which is not the case in New World. The first thing and the most important thing in New World is to understand that within one zone there are different types of environments. If you click on your map, then go to resources, and then head on over to resource locations, you will see different types of environments and which resources can be found within which environment. Some of these can be tricky to spot on your minimap, so just zoom in if you're confused to identify the environment that you are currently in. For example, trees, hemp and herbs can only be found in forests, or can be found in forests, while mining ores and other minerals related to mining can be found in highland areas. You will also find oil in the marshes. You will see that some gatherable resources can be found in multiple locations, such as wood that can come from both trees and bushes, but you will only find the trees themselves in the forest. And if you want to look for mining veins, running around in the forest won't do you any good, as you will only find those in highland areas. So if you are out here trying to skill up your mining, you will need to identify where the highland areas are, then go there and look for mining veins. This is important to know because sometimes you will be on a mountain, and that mountain is actually in a forest environment, or any other type of environment except highland, and if you camp that location for mining veins, you are quite literally wasting your time. I should also say that sometimes a highland area and a forest area can be very connected, and unless you keep an eye out on the actual map, it is quite difficult to know where the border between the environments are, so unless you know the spawn locations by heart, it is very useful to open the map quite often while using the auto-run feature to make sure you don't suddenly find yourself running around in the forest area when you are looking for mining veins, because once again, if you do that, you won't find any. What I'm trying to say is that if you're in a highland area and you just run around without opening the map to check your location, you might suddenly be in a forest environment instead, because they are so connected and they look so much like each other. Now while you run around, if you have your map open, your character, or the arrow on the map which represents your character, will have an aura around it, which will track resources which you have learned how to track. A quick TLDR here is that an item has a requirement of skill in order to gather it, and it also has a requirement of skill in order to track it. For example, within mining, silver ores can be gathered once you have 10 skill in mining, and can be tracked once you have 35 skill. Now personally, I've been doing quite a bit of mining, and my best advice to you is to simply make sure that you're in the right type of landmark or land area, and then run around and identify spawn locations, especially if you're planning on farming for a while. You will easily be able to spot minerals, especially mining nodes, by simply using your eyes instead of tracking them, and you can also spot them from much further away by just looking for them manually, instead of relying on the tracking system. The more view distance and better graphics you have, the further away you will notice them too, but I play on medium and I still prefer simply looking for them. It also shouldn't take you too long to identify spawn locations, as they are fairly consistent and not dynamic. However, if they decide to change that later on, having the tracking system could surely prove handy. I guess this video became a little bit longer than it needed to be, but I'll still give this quick TLDR for anyone that got lost along the way. Open your map, go to resource location, and identify different types of landmarks or environments, and check out which types of gatherable resources that you can find in different types of environments. Then go to your actual map and identify where you can find those different types of environments. And personally, I really like this type of gathering system and tracking system as well. It really fits the niche of open world MMORPG that they seem to be going for, and the fact that every gameplay system actually ties into the open world feeling is actually amazing, and is one of the reasons this game actually feels so great to play. Once again, this video was meant to help you guys understand the resource and gathering tracking system of New World even better, so hopefully I was able to do that. The New World gathering system is really something special. Even if it's so easy, it really feels fairly advanced at the same time, and the fact that everyone can have every profession also means you have endless things to do within the game, and I can't wait to actually start making farming guides for New World as well, to show you guys the best locations to look for different types of materials. If you enjoyed the video, found it useful or helpful, do me a favor and smash that like button, and let me know in the comments if there's any other specific topics that you want me to cover for New World. I have a ton of ideas planned, but I'm always excited to hear your feedback and produce the content that you want to see. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more upcoming content, and I think that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.